And it's lights out and away we go here at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. It's Bad Boy here, leading on the outside coming into turn one. Random there on the inside. We've got V10 Ultra moving ahead of Crazy Max into turn one. Little Greavy getting ahead of Nathan as well. So a few changes there at the start. We've got V10 Ultra and Crazy Max here side by side going through turn three. But V10 Ultra keeping ahead of Crazy Max. Crazy Max a little bit wide there onto the grass as well. We lost him a place there to Little Greavy as well. So Little Greavy up to P6 in that one. You can see there Crazy Max dropping behind Nathan now as well. So Crazy Max dropping down the order like a stone here at the start of this race. You've got Matty Pitt there moving ahead of Ruck up into 14th place here on this opening lap, but it's Bad Boy leading ahead of Random second with Justin third and Papa Squant's currently P4 at the moment. But the news coming into tonight is that if Justin fails to finish in fifth or higher, then Senna's the champion automatically. Obviously, Senna only needs 10 points here tonight to guarantee only needs 10 points. No, only needs third to guarantee the championship because as long as he isn't outscored by Justin by 10 points, he's the champion. So basically, he has to finish in third place, even if Justin wins the race. Or they're saying that if Justin were to get the fastest lap, he wouldn't. Actually, you know what? Sorry, throwing my thesis out the window there because that's not true. But we've got a caution there through sector 2, looking like there might be somebody off now. Zombie Razor's lost it. They're doing through Spoon, should I say? And Zombie Razor there down to P18. You got Andrew Pissmith there moving ahead of Oliver up into 15th place as well. But it's currently Bad Boy leading the race ahead of Random at the moment with Justin there third and Papa Squanch P4 at the moment. He's currently trying to keep V10 Ultra at bay. V10 Ultra very close here on the back of Papa Squanch as they come down the start finish straight. Also Nathan here attacking on the back of Little Greavy as well. V10 Ultra though looking to the inside into turn one. He's going to make that move up into fourth place. Nathan also getting ahead of Little Greavy up into sixth place as well. But V10 Ultra there up into P4. You've got Oliver in the pits at the end of the first lap. You've got Joram there moving ahead of Crazy Max around the outside of turn two. Now he's going to try and get a Little Greavy as well as he swoops around the outside there. Lovely move from Joram. Racing on it tonight as a reserve. Obviously, he's returned to Motive, our three-time champion here of the Formula One League. Back out on track. It's great to see him getting his teeth into some action again. He started at the back alongside Senna. These two up into 7th and 11th places respectively at the moment. And Joram seems to be cutting his way through the pack like a hot knife through butter in a minute. He's made seamless progress here in the first part of this race. He's now attacking on the back of Nathan for P6, but it's Bad Boy still out in front ahead of Random with Justin there and V10 Ultra. Papa Squanch there in 5th ahead of Nathan, followed by Joram, who's on the back of him. Little Greavy, Crazy Max and Justify with Senna, Little Grieve, Matty Pitt and Rock ahead of Andrew Pittsmith there. A bit of a gap back to Drauga, who's well clear of Zombie Razor, and Oliver nowhere near them. Currently running in P18 in this race. But Bad Boy here coming out of Spoon. Down the back straight he comes once again here. Random trying to cling to the coattails of him. So far he's doing just that as things stand. We've got V10 Ultra now attacking on the back of Justin. Obviously, he dispatched Papa Squanch at the beginning of this lap. Now he's looking to try and dispatch the Ferrari, the teammate of Senna, the championship leader. Obviously, Justin, the only driver who could potentially mathematically deny Senna of the championship this season. But it's looking very unlikely. Oh, as he gets a big slide there. And V10 Ultra is going to capitalise. Surely he's looking to the outside here as they come down the start-finish straight. In the meantime, Joram's got ahead of Nathan now up into P6. But on board with V10 as he's being squeezed to the edge of the track here going into turn one. And Justin gives him no space whatsoever. And V10 there runs a little bit wide. He's going to have to go again in that one. He's going to have to get himself back together again and think about a potential move shaping up in the future there. Little Greavy in the meantime moves ahead of Crazy Max up into 8th place, and that's job done there for him. Nice move there from V10 Ultra. Bad Boy still out the front, leading the race by just under a second here ahead of Random, with Justin there ahead of V10 Ultra and Papa Squanch just about a second behind them at the moment. Joram there in P6, now clearing off ahead of Nathan, ahead of Little Greavy and Crazy Max. Senna now attacking the back of Crazy Max. Oh, Crazy Max puts it in the wall. Crazy Max there's absolutely stacked it there, and he's going to be dropping down the order here. He's going to be probably in about P16, I would have thought, with Draugen there moving ahead up into 15th place now. Zombie Razor nowhere to be seen. Isn't going to be coming up on the scene anytime soon, but Crazy Max down to 16th place here in this race. That's an absolute disaster there for him, as we can see V10 Ultra here attacking on the back of Justin still in this battle for P3 at the moment. Zombie Razor in the meantime has moved ahead of Crazy Max up into 16th place as well here. V10 still close on the back of Justin as they come into 130R here for the third time in the race. Getting closer and closer to the back of him here. Is he going to fancy a move into turn one maybe? If he can get a good exit here out of the chicane, he might fancy his chances here. As here we come then, back out onto the start finish straight once again. Still just a little bit too far away, though, by the looks of things. Doesn't really seem to be in a position to challenge at this particular moment in time. Senna in any time, so almost got ahead a little Greavy there. In fact, he has done it. So Senna's up back up into 8th place there. Matty Pitts moved down to Justify as well up into the final points paying position. Ruck there into the pits at the end of lap 3 as well. As Crazy Max into the pits after a pretty catastrophic lap. Just gone from him. He's brought it in to save his blushes and get some damage fixed. Maybe put a fresh set of tyres on. Whole field on the inters right now. Ruck and Crazy Max after their pit stops. Unscheduled pit stops, I hasten to add here. On lap 3, I've put a fresh set of inters on. As Justin's got back ahead of V10 Ultra. Those two were swapping positions for a second there. V10 looks like he had to move down, but Justin back up into 3rd place here in this battle. Obviously, Justin, as things stand, will keep the championship alive just, but as it stands, he's only outscoring Senna by 11 points. So if Senna picks up one more position here, Senna will be in a championship-taking position here tonight in Japan. There'll be not enough races left for Justin to close that gap sufficiently to take the title. Obviously, only 4 races left after tonight. It could even be 3 races left after tonight. Actually, you know what? I think it's 3 races left after tonight. Yeah, got to check myself there. It's 3 races after tonight. So, yeah. Yeah. 3 races left. So you've got USA next week, which is a sprint round. You've also got Brazil, which is a sprint, and then you've got Abu Dhabi to finish the season off. As Little Greavy there's moved ahead of Matty Pitt around the outside of turn 2 up into 9th place. And V10 Ultra's moved ahead of Justin there up into 3rd place as they're going through to the end of the first sector here. So V10 Ultra has now finally got that move done and seems like he's made it stick here on Justin for the time being. Matty Pitt in the meantime looking to the outside here of Little Greavy coming into the hairpin. Is he going to go for a switchback? No, he's not going to get a good enough exit there. He's going to try and look to the outside here through this next sequence. He's right on board with Matty Pitt here. Our league coordinator, one of our admins here at Motive, also the founder of the Purple Sector Formula 1 League, which we obviously you would have seen earlier on the programme here tonight for the Super Sunday. We did actually have the Purple Sector F1 Leagues that we run on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this man is the brain... is the mastermind behind that. As you can see him getting close to the back of Little Greavy towards 130R, but a little bit too far away this time around. Still has to tuck in for the time being, not close enough. And we're just seeing confirmation there. Crazy Max is retired from the session as well now. Yes, yet another driver here who's thrown in the towel. We've got double wave yellow flags through Sector 1. Not quite sure what those are in aid of at the moment. One's to watch in this race. Oh no, Joram's had a spin. Oh my goodness. We just flicked onto him as that one was happening. Joram's lost it. That's now Senna ahead of him. Obviously, Senna and Joram both started from the back of the pack. Joram, after chasing down the leaders for the entirety of this race so far, he was about 4 seconds ahead of Senna at the time. He stacked it here. Obviously, had a bit of a cleaner passage through the pack than Senna did. Senna has been keeping the gap to him for the last couple of laps, but Joram has dropped it and is now got an absolute mountain to climb. He'll need the safety car to come out to get himself back into the fight for the win here. Potentially even a podium is looking a bit of a long shot at this point. This could play advantage to Senna here, obviously, because he could still be in the fight for the win here. Senna, he's not a million miles away from the leaders, about a little bit over 10 seconds off of the race leader Bad Boy at this point. He's still got Random for company out in front. V10 Ultra hasn't been able to shake off Justin since getting ahead of him. And Papa Sconch is still keeping those two honest at the moment. They're in P5 just behind them. Nathan running in P6 there ahead of Senna still. Big gap back to Matty Pitt there in 8th place, who's still got Justify passing the back of him for 8th place. You've got Little Greavy behind them, headed Degree, followed by Andrew Pittsmith. Big gap back to Joe now running in 13th place after that mistake. Is he going to bring it into the pits this time round? Potentially, who knows? Tyres might be a bit shot after that. As in case you're wondering, I was scratching my shoulder there. And Zombie Razor there has moved ahead of Draugar up into P14 as they go through the final chicane. Senna in the meantime is hassling the back of Nathan here as they come through towards the end of the first sector. Oh, and Nathan got a little bit onto the grass, and Senna getting closer and closer to the back of him here towards Degner 1. Too far back at the moment, still can't make anything happen just there. But Senna now knocking on the door of P6, and obviously knowing that his big rival for the win tonight here, Joe is dropping his way down the order now and seemingly out of the picture, at least for now. And barring any safety cars, is probably not going to be winning this race. Little Greavy has picked up a 3-second time penalty there for track limits. He's been passed by his brother, the Greavy, into the hairpin. The Greavy up into P10. They've got Andrew Pittsmith now for company. Joe has brought the gap down from what was 6 seconds at the beginning of this lap to 4 seconds halfway around the lap. So just goes to show the pace that he's got. Bad Boy still out the front at the moment by just over half a second, should I say, to Random here in second place. There's a bit of a gap back to V10, who started to just up the tempo here on Justin a little bit. He hasn't shaken him off, but he's certainly not under pressure from him at this point. I think we've got to say that. Currently the gap just creeping up towards 0.8 of a second as they come over the line, so he's not under too much pressure here from Justin at all. He seems to have to measure him at this point. Can they now start to claw in the gap to these two leaders, Bad Boy and Random, over the course of the rest of this first stint here? It'll probably be a one-stop strategy. If the weather stays as it is, there'll probably be a one-stop onto Inters, but are the guys going to try and stay out as long as they can and potentially angle for a switch towards the dry tyres? You want to obviously keep going as long as you can because you want to minimise the amount of times you come into the pits. So if these guys can make their Inters last till about nearly lap 20 or something like that, then they might be able to put a set of dries on at the end if the track's sufficiently dried enough by that point. But still a fair old way to go until I think we're at the point of dry tyres. The track's still pretty wet as Justin has moved ahead of V10, and V10's dropped it somewhere because V10's lost out to Justin and Papa Squanch. So V10 down to P5 there. Didn't see what happened to him, but we just saw the aftermath there as Justin and Papa Squanch up into 3rd and 4th places respectively. And V10 now with a bit of work to do. Senna in the meantime attacking on the back of Nathan as they're coming through the hairpin. He's still very close on the back of him, but still hasn't been able to find a way through just at the moment. But look at how close he is, and he's really putting that pressure on, looking to try and find a bit of a chink in the armour here for the Williams driver as they come into Spoon once again. Draugar there with a 3-second time penalty there for track limits. Senna getting close under braking there going through Spoon. Very, very close indeed. Here we come then, down the back straight once again. Oliver there with a 3-second time penalty there for track limits. Senna getting closer and closer into 130R. Still a little bit too far away just at the moment though. As V10 Ultra into the pits here at the end of lap 8 as well. Here comes Senna once again down the start finish straight. He's going to look to the inside here. Is he going to have a chance to make a move here? Nathan is just keeping it alongside on the outside there. Nathan made the move into turn 1, and he's done that brilliantly there up into P5. That was easy pickings there for Senna in the end. As we can see, V10 in the pits, so is Andrew Pittsmith as well. Bad Boy still leading the race ahead of Random, Justin in 3rd, 3 seconds behind the lead pair at the moment. Papa Squanch just fallen off at the back of Justin a little bit in the last couple of laps. Zombie Razor's moved ahead of Andrew, and Andrew's into the... Oh, of course, he was already in the pits before anyway. Duh. See Jerome there moving ahead of Little Greavy up into 10th place. Joe obviously had his spin a couple of laps ago, drops him way down the order coming through the S's. Oh, bit of a twitch there as he gets onto the power coming out of Spoon. But he's right at the back of the Grieve now. Obviously, he dispatched the Grieve earlier on, but due to that spin, it set him back quite a bit. We've got the Haas there, the other Haas of Little Greavy trying to attack behind Joram here, but Joram will be looking for more about what's ahead of him here as he's looking down the inside into the chicane, and that's going to be easy pickings there. And I'll tell you what, Little Greavy fancies a bit of this action as well, looking to try and mug his brother as Joram made his way through, but the Grieve holding on for the time being. Little Greavy's going to have to run down the start-finish straight. Oh, he gets a big twitch there coming out of the final corner, and that's going to keep the Grieve, I think, in that position. No, I'll tell you what, Little Greavy's got a bit of a run. No, he's not. He's just hit that rev limiter there going into turn one. And nothing doing there for him. Bad Boy in the meantime has gapped Random by 2 seconds now, so Random's starting to fall off the pace of Bad Boy a little bit. Has he made a mistake potentially, which has caused that to happen, because it was very close before. Oh, and Rux crashed, and we got a safety car here on lap 10. First safety car of the race so far. Matter of time, we usually get one or two, but that will blow the strategy wide open here. And now are we going to be seeing anyone coming in for some dry tyres, as the track does appear to just be drying a little bit now? Will be a risk, but apologies for that, guys, just had to do a cough. But yeah, it will be a risk coming in for dry tyres at this moment. But then it'll be a good few minutes until we're underway after the safety car, so it could be worth the risk. It'll be until the end of lap 12. I think the safety car will be out, so we'll be racing on lap 13. We can see Random coming into the pits here, so is Bad Boy as well. In fact, looks like most people are coming in, all the top four are coming in. Let's see what Senna does here. This safety car will obviously play into the hands of Joram, massively running in P9 at the moment, having had his spin, but he's got the pace here tonight to challenge for the win. If it wasn't for his grid position, who knows, could anyway. Is anybody going to roll the dice and stay out? There's not really much point because the leaders are so far ahead. They're going to be coming out of the pits way before anybody else even gets there, so there's literally no advantage to staying out whatsoever. You don't gain track position, and track position is... Oh, Joram losing it on the entry to the pits. Wow. Okay. He's obviously had a bit of a break here from F1 racing. Recently got back into the swing of things in the last week or so, but he's been out of the swing of it now for a while, and losing it there on the entry to the pit lane. He'll be wanting to avoid doing that too much. See, Drauga there is retired from the session, so that's Drauga now out of the race, down to 14 cars here for this Japanese Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. 18 drivers here tonight, not a bad turnout. Missed a couple due to just general everyday life, I suppose, kicking in. Here we are then, guys, back underway here for the Japanese Grand Prix here at Motive Racing. It's Bad Boy leading us away with Random there in second place, Justin just behind there in third, with Papa Squanch and Senna queuing up behind him there. We got Senna looking around the outside, Papa Squanch into turn one, a little bit too far away, can't get around the outside of him there. Nathan there tucking in behind, Veton Ultra and Matty Pitt followed by Justified. Joram there running in P10, ahead of the Grieve, Little Greavy, Andrew Pittsmith and Zombie Razor at the back of the pack. But Bad Boy here leading through the S's here on the opening lap of the restart, ahead of Random, and looking like pretty much everybody held position for the time being as Little Greavy's moved into the Grieve up into P11. The two brothers there swapping places on this restart. Obviously the tyres a little bit cold now, having just put them on, and obviously they haven't done any racing laps because they all changed tyres to fresh tyres. But everyone's opted to stay on the intermediates for the time being, as we see Justify's lost out to Joe and Little Greavy down to P11 there, so Justify down 2 places from 9th place. You've got Vita Ultra's lost it there through the hairpin. Vita Ultra stacking it, and Senna's also got caught up in that one as well. So Senna now down to 10th place. That could hurt him in his chances to clinch the Drivers' Championship here tonight. He's now down to 13th place here in this race, so that's come to a disaster there for Senna. Papa Squanch and Justin here, side by side down towards the chicane here. Justin there parking his car on the inside. Papa Squanch can't go for a cutback just at the moment. As Bad Boy there has done the fastest lap of the race on that last lap, a 1:37.5. We see Veton Ultra into the pits here at the end of lap 13. Papa Squanch still on the back of Justin, still not close enough. Joram in the meantime has moved ahead of Matty Pitt now up into P6. The Greaves also got ahead of Justify. Justify running wide there coming out of turn 2. Oh, as Joram's dropped down the order. What's happened to Joram? He's lost it there coming out of the exit of turn 2. He's down to P13 there, so pretty much everybody's gone past him. What has happened there to Joram? We're not quite sure what's happened to Joram, but he's now behind Senna, who's also stuck behind Andrew and Zombie Razor at this point. But Joram losing the car, dropping down to 13th place. It seems like the contenders, the fast guys who started at the back, obviously Senna and Joram, seem to both be caught up in everybody else's incidents today. As Justify here is on the back of the Grieve at the moment in this battle for P8. Still got Papa Squanch hassling the back of Justin as well for 3rd place in this one. But Justify really trying to put the pressure here on the back of the Grieve. Zombie Razor. Oh, Zombie Razor's lost it going into the back of Andrew Pittsmith there. Senna also nowhere to go, again caught up in somebody else's incident. Where's Joram? He's just coming out of the hairpin now, so he'll be coming up on the scene in just a moment. Senna here is going to have to go again here on the back of Zombie Razor. And he'll be a frustrated man after the way this lap has gone. Caught up in 2 incidents going on ahead of him here. As things stand here in this race, Justin will keep the championship going. It's not over yet. Oh, it's just in there. Massive slide coming out of the final corner. Not the first time we've seen him be very close to losing it there. Bad Boy still leading the race ahead of Random second. There's Justin keeping Papa Squanch at bay still at the moment. See Senna and Joram both into the pits here at the end of lap 14. Andrew Pittsmith there was looking to the outside on Justify. Justify goes a little bit deep there into the hairpin. Maybe Andrew Pittsmith might be able to get a cut back here out of the corner. Very close there, banging side pods there a little bit, banging wheels. And Justify holds on from Andrew for the time being. Andrew tried to get the exit coming out of the hairpin, but didn't have the space to really get a good run coming out of the corner. And has to wait a little bit longer there behind Justify for the time being. Little Greavy in the meantime is on the back of Matty Pitt in his battle for P6, but too far away at the moment to really put him under too much pressure. 2 leaders though, Bad Boy and Random only 0.4 of a second apart coming into the chicane here on lap 15 of the race. And Bad Boy creeping a little bit closer here to the back of Bad Boy as things stand. Ran him ducking there towards the inside a little bit, going into turn one. Still too far away at this particular moment in time. Upper squad cheer, just a little bit too far back on Justin at the moment. Obviously, the longer that Justin holds on to third place, the more it's looking likely that the championship will continue to roll over here to the next round. Andrew Pittsmith moved ahead of Justify now up into ninth place as they come on the exit of the final corner. Could this become a cursed championship for Senna here? Obviously couldn't wrap it up last week at Singapore due to his internet. Now this week here in Japan, he seems to be encountering more problems. Is it maybe one of those things that just gets away from him? It'd be unthinkable at this point. He only needs to score. He only needs Justin to fail. He needs Justin to fail to score 10 points more than him. So basically, it's almost a done deal. It practically is, but it's unthinkable. It really is unthinkable, the idea that he might not win this championship. I think he will. He'll have 3 more races to do it after tonight, including 2 sprint rounds. So 5 more races, essentially, for him to wrap up this title. He'll have the opportunities to do it. But, yeah, it's one of those things. 2 weeks in a row now, he could have done it. Looks like it might slip through his fingers for the second week in a row here. But, nonetheless, it's got to be a matter of time, surely. Justify with a little feint to the inside of Andrew, going into 130R, still a little bit too far away just at the moment though. Justify's moved ahead of Andrew Pittsmith there down the start finish straight up into 9th place, so that's job done there for him. Matty Pitt with massive overspeed on the back of Nathan, going down the back straight towards 130R, gets around the outside there, tucks it in beautifully and gets up into 5th place. Excellent move there from Matty Pitt, and Nathan could do nothing about it. The straight line speed of the Mercedes absolutely took him past that Williams without any hesitation. But Nathan's going to try and keep himself close here on the back of Matty Pitt here. Oh, as he gets a huge slide there coming out onto the straight. So Nathan there's not going to have any chance to come back at Matty. Obviously, he needed a good exit because that Mercedes is rapid in a straight line. Matty Pitt's got it set up with a low downforce setup, which is a risky strategy in this sort of weather. But it's managed to get him ahead of Nathan for the time being. Gap at the front between Bad Boy and Random still just under a second at the moment. So Random's still keeping Bad Boy under pressure here. Nathan here looks to the outside going into Spoon, just a little bit too far away. Gives Matty a big old tap in the rear there. And Matty holds firm for the time being. On the exit here of Spoon, down the back straight once again here. And Matty holding on for that one for the time being. Justin on the back of Random here as well, as they come down the start from the straight. Still too far away at the moment. But Bad Boy's down just over a second behind Random. I'll tell you what, Justin's actually gained on the top two a little bit over the last couple of laps here. So he's going to continue to keep this championship, well, I wouldn't say wide open, but he's going to keep it going for now anyway. Here's V10 Ultra in the meantime, still casting the back of their Zombie Razor. They come into Daytona 2 once again here on lap 20 of the race. Getting closer to the back of Zombie Razor there through that section, but still not close enough. Is he going to have a lunge here into the hairpin? He's going to think about it, I reckon, but he's not going to be in range to be able to do that. As Zombie Razor goes wide though, going through the hairpin, and V10 Ultra seizes on that without any need for waiting around there. V10 Ultra up into P11. Can now try and chase down Andrew Pittsmith there in P10. So V10 Ultra, not the greatest of races for him, but into the points, still fair way to go. Still could salvage a little bit more from this race in the laps that remain. He's not into the points yet, but he'll be looking to try and chase down the points pretty soon, you would imagine. Nathan's got a 3-second time penalty there for track limits. He's obviously coming to the pits as well there on that latest lap. Andrew Pittsmith is out of the race. Nathan's rage quit. He's bailed out there. He was coming into the pits anyway. He's now decided there's no point. V10 there with much better straight line speed than Andrew Pittsmith and moves himself through up into P9. Into 130 they go, and that's easy there. Random still on the back of Bad Boy right now out the front, just under second, separating these two in this battle for the lead. It's been going on for a while. It doesn't seem likely that there's going to be any major switch up in terms of the race lead at this point. Feels like these two just holding position at the moment. Can't really see this changing anytime soon, but I'd love to be wrong. Little Greavy there with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So top four currently separated by 5 seconds at the moment. Bad Boy out the front with just under 2 seconds of a gap here over Random. Just in there, just over a second behind Random at this point. It's been a race which looked like it could have ended up drying out, but the rain has been constant, not too heavy. It's not really been torrential, it's just been constant. It's not really let up at any point, and that hasn't really allowed any chance for drivers to experiment with any different tyres. It's been intermediate conditions the whole way through, no need for dries, certainly no need for wets. The train has never really come pouring down. But the result of it is that it's been quite a consistent order, really. Bad Boy's been leading, Random's been putting under pressure at points, but it's only been fleeting moments where he's been within a second, and then Bad Boy's generally extended the gap as we see V10 Ultra moving ahead of Justify on the exit of the hairpin. Now V10 can try and challenge on the back of the Grieve as they come towards the final sector, towards Spoon. He's going to look to try and summon up the inside here. V10 Ultra goes for a dive, and he does that one absolutely brilliantly there up into 7th place. That one was a long-range overtake there, and he's made it stick. Fantastic stuff there from V10 Ultra. He's a little way behind Little Greavy running in P6. I think P7 might be the summit of his ambitions here. Can Justify now close up onto the back of the Greave? He's a little bit far away at the moment. It's over a second between them. Andrew Pittsmith in a second to Justify here as well. So plenty of battles on the horizon. I'm sure that V10 will now start to pull away from the Greave though. Here goes Justin, looking to the outside of Random, down the start finish straight. He's breezing past him there. He's just ahead, but he's actually not that far ahead, and Random will try and come back at him into turn one, but Justin swoops around the outside, goes wide though, going through turn one, onto the runoff area. Random takes position straight back there. Justin couldn't complete that move, didn't have the grip on the outside to keep himself there with the speed that he was carrying, and Random there holds on to second place for the time being as Justify there moving ahead of the Grieve, but the Grieve's trying to come back at him into the chicane too far back, and Justify's got that one held on to for the time being. Now Andrew Pittsmith might fancy some of the action here as well, running just in behind these two as they come out onto the start finish straight once again here. But Andrew just a little bit too far away coming into turn one. That's not going to happen, not from there. And Justin's moved to Random into second place there through the hairpin. So Justin now running in second place. Random's still on the back of him here. Can he try and stage a comeback here in the final few moments of this race? Justin now running in second place. Senna down 13th place. That means that Justin will outscore Senna by 18 points here tonight, which means that the championship is not going to be wrapped up for Senna, and it will roll over to next week. So yeah, this season far from over. Next week we'll obviously be in the USA for the US Grand Prix, funnily enough. Week after that we'll be at Brazil, and then we close the season at Abu Dhabi to round things off for the season. Jerome and Senna there side by side for a second, and Jerome's moved through back up into 12th. Senna trying to come back in a minute. These two having a great battle for 12th place, and Senna round the outside. Oh, what a fantastic move there from Senna. Absolute peach of an overtake there going through the S's. This is a great battle here between these two for 12th place. They really should be battling for positions higher than this. They both started at the back. Both had their troubles coming through the pack, and both ended up at the back again. But these two, probably the two quickest in this league here tonight, and these two putting on a great show here for 12th place. They both had their ups and downs here over the course of tonight. Joram, they're getting it all wrong on the exit of Degner too, and that's given Senna a bit of breathing space in that particular battle there. Bad Boy in the meantime is on the final lap of the race, going through sector 1 through the S's for the final time. His gap to Justin now 5 seconds. Justin's still got Random putting the pressure on him, but I think that race is pretty much done, barring any catastrophes here for Justin. He should be home and host here for second place. Little Greavy is just ahead of V10 Ultra, but V10 Ultra's looking to the outside here, down towards turn 1. He's going to get around the outside. He's going to keep himself there, swoops into the line, and V10 Ultra up into P6 without any particular dramas there, and he will be pretty happy with that. 8 points in the bag, but not the best of positions for him, not the best of nights, but nonetheless he'll take that. And there's the Greaves there getting passed around the outside by Andrew Pittsmith, and Andrew Pittsmith up into P9 there with that particular move. Bad Boy here coming into Spoon for the final time, has got a 5 second gap over Justin. Random trying to get closer to the back of Justin here as they come through Spoon. Oh, as he gets a bit of a twitch there. That might have been his last chance to make a move, and I think that's pretty much gone out the window now. Senna there with a 3-second time penalty there for track limits. But let's jump to Bad Boy here as he comes on the exit at 130R and into the chicane here at Suzuka for the Japanese Grand Prix. He's been pretty much faultless over the course of tonight. Hasn't even picked up a penalty, which we know has been a bit of a weakness for him over the season here at Motive. But here he comes, Bad Boy up towards the line. It's going to take the checkered flag here, and it's your winner tonight in Japan. And it's going to be Justin to come over in second place to keep the championship battle alive. It's not done yet for Senna. Justin over in P2 ahead of Random third, with Papa Squanch over to take P4 in the end. Matty Pitt's going to come around into the final sector here. He's going to be a P5 here for Matty Pitt, a long way behind the top four. The top four, well, they were separated by a fair bit, in all honesty. But Matty Pitt here out of the final corner here to take a 5th place here in this Japanese Grand Prix. It's going to be V10 Ultra next over the line. He's going to finish this one in P6. Just a couple of seconds ahead of Little Greavy, who's going to finish this one in 7th place. Justin coming into the final part of the lap here. 8th place is going to be for him. Andrew Pittsmith there over in 9th ahead of the Grieve. In fact, the Grieve gets some of the penalties there. So the Grieve 9th, Andrew Pittsmith 10th. Zombie Race is going to come around to finish this one in 11th place, with Senna over in 12th in a moment anyway. Here he comes through the final chicane. And Senna over the line, P12 there for him. No nil point here tonight. And the championship will roll over to the USA. Gerald will be last over the line, the 3-time champion of the Formula League here at Motive. Not the night for him at all. But that is that, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's action here. Well, obviously, watching this on Sunday night, we have got the GT3 Championship on ACC across the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series coming up shortly after this. So if you're watching live right now on YouTube, then do not go anywhere. Stick around, and that'll be live in about 5 minutes time. 5-10 minutes time that'll be on. But yeah, from all of us here at Motive Racing, we'll see you very, very soon for that. Join us obviously for next week's Super Sunday as well, because the F1 leagues will be on then as well. So we'll obviously have Flat Out, Purple Sector and Motive all on again next Friday, but or next Sunday should I say. But yeah, stay tuned for the GT3 if you would like to, and we'll see you all very soon.